Hey Internet, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan. Welcome to Wine and Serious Business, episode 211, the Christmas show.
This is the Christmas show. Nice.
No unusual wines for Christmas this year. We're just sticking kind of with our regular routine. Some current release, 2012 Oregon Pinot Noirs. Price point everybody loves to see. This stuff's all right down around 20 bucks. I think this is a little, maybe even a little under sometimes. This is a little over. But they're really kind of in that nice sweet spot where if you can find good wines at that price, pretty happy. Everybody's pretty happy.
And I've been really happy with all the 2012 Pinots we've tried so far. I'm really liking this vintage, or at least the ones I've tried. So I'm really excited to keep trying these. I hope that all of our shows going forward are like 2012 Pinot.
Well, there'll probably be a couple more 11s yet, right? Some of
we'll see. I've got a bunch of 11s. Time to drink something new. So
all right, we'll have that discussion off camera. Our first wine tonight is an inaugural release from Day Wine. So this is made by Brienne Day, someone who's been a friend of ours around town, about IPNC, storyteller.
Local sommelier, right?
Totally, yep, just friendly, interesting person, and got into making wine. This is her first release, so we've been excited to hear about it, and we're excited to try it.
Yeah, the Mike from Storyteller had a great write-up on this wine.
Yep.
So it sounded so good, I got really excited to try it. And this will be my first time trying it, so pretty pumped.
Yeah, I don't think I've tasted it before now either.
Okay.
I had a couple sips kind of to prime the palate.
Oh, I haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to keep
Here
it
we
fresh.
go.
All right, yeah. Where's this fruit from?
Crowley Station Vineyard, but I don't know anything about that.
Where's
so,
the Crowley Station Vineyard?
I don't know.
I'm sure Brienne will see this and she can comment. So.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Put that info on there.
Cause man, this
fruity nose.
Good.
Yeah, it smells young, smells fresh.
Well, it's got some of that Oregon sort of funkiness to it. I really like the way it smells. It's got a little bit, like, remember DuPont wines would distinctly smell like that? Like that, got that funky earthy nose, like you could sort of say it's barnyardy, maybe a little bit of forest floor, but like it's definitely like got this distinct funkiness to it that I like very much.
I'm getting a lot of like darker, like pomegranate fruit, like really tangy fruits. Raspberry, like not so much into the plums, even though the color's got a little dark hint to it. It's not like super, like thick Pinot, but nice vibrant color.
Boy, that's delicious.
Nice and clean on contact, juicy. I feel like the tannins are really well put together right out of the gate. Right, there's that little bit of structure there. But they're balanced with everything. They never get too harsh.
Oh, and the acidity's in a really nice place too. I mean, it starts off with some very giving fruits. I mean, there's some really nice red fruit at the start, sort of cherries, but then obviously lends into maybe like a sort of strawberry thing. But there's a lot of acidity that comes through in the finish, and sort of lends to like tartar fruit. I don't know if I would border. I mean, maybe pomegranate could be seen in there. But there's a softness to the finish as well. Like it's not like it's all acidity here. The tannins are definitely in play, just a little bit along the sides of the cheeks, and very, very nice feel on the tongue. So it's
getting a little bit of fruit evolution on there. I'm getting like some like lighter, sweeter cherry kind of up the front, and then kind of like some tart raspberry kind of edging into that pomegranate a little bit later on. So it's nice to feel that evolution. I'm also feeling good about the acidity. Definitely makes the mouth water. There's a crisp feel to it late.
And that's what's great about it. Do you get sort of like maybe a little bit of nutmeggy thing sort of in there, like just a little bit of baking spice, kind of alongside the fruit is really, really nice. Sometimes it kind of lend to like a baked cherry sort of thing, but I think the fruit stays fresh here and it just has that spice along with it.
I'm curious, Brian, if you see this and put comments, I'm curious what the barrel treatment was on this, because I feel like that nutmeg and like there's just a hint of that on the nose coming from there. Not that if you're not familiar with this, I'm not saying that this is an oaky wine, right? I'm saying actually quite the opposite. I'm saying you can like barely detect the barrel and it's a nice component.
Wish I had. Did you read the newsletter from?
No,
I want to say this was all neutral barrel, but I can't remember. So yeah, Brienne, really appreciate a comment on
Yeah,
that.
that would have been diligent research, which
Yeah,
we
we
do not,
never do.
we are not so good at, so.
Oh, tipped the whole thing over. So yeah, really delicious wine. I like it a lot. 91 plus, or 91 points for me. I'll just say
Wow,
91
wow,
points.
really feeling it.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's really nice wine. It's decently complex. It's got good evolution, and very nice. So.
Would like a little more evolution for myself personally, 89, but still, yeah, still solid, enjoyable, ready to drink right out of the gate, solid at the price point as well.
Yeah, it's $25 each. Or
Something like that, yeah.
So
yeah.
great wine. All right, so the second wine we've got tonight is the 2012 Haden Fig, just the Willamette Valley bottling. So this one, you said, what's the price point on this?
Right around 20 bucks as well. I think closer to 20 exactly, again, depending on where you buy it. And I had this out over Thanksgiving weekend and really enjoyed it then. So hopefully it delivers the same experience.
Did you drink this at Evesham Wood?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Love going there.
Yep.
How was that visit?
Good. Always a cool lineup of wines. I think you're a more comprehensive fan of their lineup than I am. Like for me, it's always like about half and half.
Yeah.
But very consistently, right? They always have some great wines there. I think I've never like visited them and felt like it's been a bust, right? There's some maybe I don't like as much, but there's always stuff I'm excited about.
Right.
In particular, actually, I was fond of this wine, and I thought the Illahee.
From Evesham Wood.
Yeah, was really solid, and that's a couple years running. I've liked that, so I think that's going to be on my list to check out every year now. So.
Okay. Yeah, I usually buy. What do I buy? I usually buy Illahee every year, Lepuit Sec every year,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I've been buying Cuvée J every year.
Yeah, the Cuvée J was
when I
really
can get
solid
it.
too. I
Yeah.
thought, but
Cool.
yeah.
Funky cherries on this one, almost like old cherries.
And for those of you who don't know, like why we're talking about Evesham Wood, like it's the same winemaker for both. This was his label before he took over winemaking duties at Evesham Wood, and he still keeps that separate, right? Tries to keep Evesham Wood true to the style that's been established for quite some time, and this is more his personal project, and that he uses other fruit with, not as opposed to the estate fruit that goes into a lot of
Right.
Evesham bottling. Pretty aromatic, I think more
Yeah.
like in the perfume direction,
Yeah, definitely a little potpourri dish
like
going on
light
there.
strawberries, yeah, a little bit of dried rose petals or something.
Yeah, dried rose petals would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, like potpourri in general, yeah, just like a little herbal, but nice,
Mhm.
complex, and not too strong of a nose. Like I really like how it smells.
Definitely getting a little bit of old cherries, like maybe you got a bag of cherries left out on the counter for a little long. It's getting just a little funky.
What was that? Jesse gave us a hard time about that. Did you see that in the comment?
No.
It's like you shouldn't leave your fruit out on the counter.
Oh yeah, I did see that. My bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of good comments lately. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, appreciate
Yeah,
the
Kurt,
comments.
Steve, Jesse, Bo, everybody. Joel, yeah,
Yeah.
a ton of people getting in, participating. It's more fun for everybody. Thanks.
And we definitely appreciate it. So thank you. Mm. Oh, it's quite nice. Nice cherry fruit.
Yep.
Definitely more straightforward, just red fruit for
Totally.
me.
A little bit of stem, a little bit of cherry stem on there.
Yeah, a little bit of stem. The acidity's pretty straightforward. Lower tannins. Definitely a drink now style or drink in the next few years style. But delicious. Yeah.
Kind of what struck me is I feel like the experience lasts for a good length of time for an entry-level wine like this. I get the cherries up front, but the drying sensation takes a little while to kick in. And I get some of those stemmy notes, a little bit of darker fruit, like maybe the dark cherries, maybe a little bit of the skins.
Yeah.
A little bit of tannic texture without it getting too heavy. We're edging up towards my limit, but we don't cross over it.
On
So
tannins?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Late, yeah.
I hardly see them at all.
Okay.
Like.
Well, okay.
Hardly at
Well,
all,
that's
yeah.
okay. Different experience, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, I can definitely see what Dan's talking about with the length of the fruit here is fantastic. Like it definitely does stay in the center of the tongue and lasts for a good amount of time, which is great. But yeah, it's definitely more acid driven than it is tannins. The tannins are definitely have very little grip to me, in my opinion.
Okay, he's talking me back. You're actually talking me down. I will say maybe it's not quite at my limit, but I'm still feeling good tannic structure very late, and also like a core of really nice cherry flavors that stick around. So this kind of length, right, gives you a little bit of something to think about. Some enjoyable fruit flavors, right? Not a ton of complexity.
If I really swish it around and like
Yeah.
hold it in my cheeks, I do get some of that tannic grip Dan's talking about, but it's definitely a lighter touch. So.
But both of these wines are really over delivering, I think, for for right around $20. I feel really good about both of them, and they're both ready to drink right now.
Totally agree.
Which we haven't had a whole lot of them.
The softness of the day wine right now, just how easy it is to drink, and
Yeah.
how just wonderfully balanced and already integrated that it is. I think that I'm really extremely happy with this. The Haden Fig. It's definitely more of a straightforward wine, but like Dan said, the length here is great. It's got great intensity. 88 points for me.
Okay, 89 for me. I find them about even. They both have their charms. We've had a few 12s, and I'm sure that not all of them are really ready to drink right now. And I feel like both of these, if you're out shopping for a bottle that you want to drink with dinner that night, these are really good candidates.
Totally agree.
So
yeah, both are really very delicious. So anyway, question of the day. Do you have any?
let's nerd it up, man. We were just talking about Magic the Gathering. I hadn't played. It's probably been over a year.
People we play that
Why
game.
not? We gotta be real, right?
Yep.
And yeah, so they got me out for kind of like got me out for a party last week. Played some cards. Loved it. It's been a long time. Man, none of you who are watching this.
No. I was saying, but a good question that coincides with that. What's your favorite game?
There we go.
What's your favorite nerd game? I know some of you people
Yeah.
probably out there gotta play like Settlers of Catan or.
John, you got to be on something. Carrie, I know you. Yeah.
Definitely.
I know you've got favorites.
Mine's Magic. I've played since I was a wee teenager, and it's like something. It's like this problem that won't go away. Like, you stash all your cards, you put them in the back closet, forget about them, and next thing you know, you run into somebody and they're like, "Oh, I play Magic," and then you pulled everything back out, and it's like all over my floor right now.
Buying stuff online.
Sorting cards and just. But I love it. It's fun. So,
Yeah, fantastic
for
game.
you?
Boy, you're putting me on the spot. I'm gonna go with the same thing because like I quit and I come back to it and it's still fun and yeah, it's complicated. It's stayed good over the years. There's a lot of other games I like to play too, but that probably does take the cake. I think.
What's the board game with tiles, and like you basically create a river?
Carcassonne?
Carcassonne. That's another one of my favorites. If I got to do a board game, Carcassonne's my absolute favorite. Like
Oh, nice.
one of those style board games to play people.
Hunting elephants and stuff like that.
It's good
right?
fun. Yeah, it's
hunters
good
and
fun.
gatherers. So let us know. I bet I bet some of you guys like this board games.
Nerd it up. Well,
Yeah, let's talk about it. We'll see you for the New Year's show next. Looking forward to it.
you guys have a great holidays, and I hope you had a great Christmas. See you
Cheers.
guys.